Simpsons legend Martin Lewis dies at 68. Heart condition claims Emmy-winning writer. Final words leave fans stirred. May 14th, 2025, Entertainment Desk, Hollywood, CA. The world of television is dimmer today. Martin Lewis, the creative genius whose pen helped script the golden age of The Simpsons, has passed away at age 68. The Emmy-winning writer and producer died peacefully at his home, following complications from a heart condition he had kept private for years. His final words, according to family members, were quintessential Lewis. "If I return in animated form, make it syndicated." A bittersweet goodbye from a man who spent a lifetime giving voice to the animated world. The architect behind Springfield Soul, Martin Lewis wasn't just a writer, he was a visionary. His tenure on The Simpsons began during the show's formative seasons, where he penned classics that walked the line between satire and sincerity. Whether it was Lisa's growing pains or Homer's chaotic antics, Lewis injected every script with depth, humor, and unexpected heart. Episodes like Homer's Phobia, Mother Simpson, and Bart the Lover weren't just fan favorites, they were cultural moments. And behind the laughs was a man who understood the power of storytelling. Over his 30-year career, Lewis earned 3 Emmy Awards and widespread acclaim for pushing animated storytelling into emotionally richer, more daring territory. A private fight, a public legacy. Though his scripts were full of life, Lewis was fighting his own battle quietly. In 2020, he was diagnosed with cardiomyopathy, a chronic heart condition that slowly worsened despite treatment. Close friends say he never let it dull his spirit or slow his creative drive. He was writing up until a week ago, said longtime friend and fellow Simpsons producer Dana West. Martin believed the best way to fight death was to keep creating life on the page. His final hours were spent at home, surrounded by family and close friends, many of whom described his passing as peaceful, funny, and poetic, just like his best scripts. Reactions from the industry. The response to his death was immediate and heartfelt. Matt Groening, Simpsons creator. Martin was one of those rare minds. His jokes made you laugh, but his stories made you feel. His writing gave our characters heart. Hank Azaria, voice actor. I read his lines for years, but I never stopped being surprised by how sharp and human they were. He made Springfield real. Across social media, hashtags like #RIP Martin Lewis and Simpsons Forever trended worldwide. Fans shared clips of their favorite Lewis episodes, remembering the joy he brought them during tough times. Beyond Springfield. While The Simpsons was his most visible achievement, Lewis's talents reached far beyond. He wrote for other animated classics like King of the Hill, Futurama, and even a stint consulting on Pixar's story teams in the 2000s. He mentored dozens of writers, taught guest classes at UCLA, and helped develop independent animation scripts that broke new ground in digital storytelling. His quiet advocacy for diversity in writers' rooms also made him a respected figure behind the scenes. The final scene. Martin Lewis's final message to fans and family reflected the same wit and warmth that defined his life. If I return in animated form, make it syndicated. He is survived by his wife Ellen, their 2 children, and a grandson who, according to Ellen, inherited his grandfather's sense of humor and his eyebrows. The family has asked for privacy during this time, but encourages fans to celebrate his life by rewatching an episode he wrote and laughing loud. In tribute, the Simpsons team confirmed that a special memorial episode is in production for the next season. It will feature subtle nods to Lewis's most iconic work and a dedication message to close the episode, a rare honor in the show's long history. 20th Television also plans to release a limited-run collector's script book featuring Lewis's annotated drafts, with proceeds going toward heart disease research. A legacy written in laughter. Martin Lewis didn't just write comedy. He wrote characters we cared about, stories that echoed and jokes that stuck. His humor aged well, his insight deepened with time, and his spirit lives on in every laugh that The Simpsons inspires. He once said in an interview, "If someone somewhere remembers a line I wrote 20 years ago and it still makes them smile, then I've done my job."